Well, you've been thinking about it. What are you waiting for? It's The Real Estate Show. Welcome to The Real Estate Show. My name is Rick Naples. I am the owner-broker of Zone Realty, LLC. You zone your home. Sitting here in my office, in one of the Zone offices, and I'm just basically thinking about the time of year that it is and the many people that I talk to that have hesitated or thought about waiting before they make their move to either buy a house or sell their home. And there's a whole bunch of different reasons that people will procrastinate, if you want to say, as far as waiting to do something. When it comes to sellers, a lot of times they're waiting for the market to get more favorable and home prices to go up, or maybe they're waiting for that job change to come through, or whatever the reason is. They just want to wait. They want to sit back and see what happens. If they're a buyer, they're thinking, well, maybe I'm just not ready. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until there's more houses on the market. I'm going to wait until the interest rates are more favorable. I'm going to wait until my debt is reduced, and so on and so forth. Lots and lots of reasons to wait. Unfortunately, when you wait, there's the possibility that you may miss an opportunity. And we're going to look at that here on the Real Estate Show today. Let's take a quick look at this little presentation on what wait is, and I'll be back to talk a little bit more about waiting. Let's first talk to the buyers that are out there. You've been looking at houses on the internet. Maybe you have a friend that just purchased a home. You're in an apartment. Whatever the situation might be, you're entertaining the idea of possibly buying a home, but you just don't know if you're ready. And you've decided, well, let's wait. Let's wait until whatever your reason might be. What you need to do in order to decide whether or not waiting is the right thing at this particular time, especially this particular time of year, is to talk to a mortgage officer to see where you are financially. We all have a general idea of where we sit financially. I mean, we know what we spend and we know what our debts are. But do you know if you qualify for a mortgage? You might be surprised. I've had a lot of buyers say to me, or potential people that are looking to get into the real estate market, that they're concerned about their credit score. Perhaps my credit score is not high enough, or I carry a lot of student debt, or I have a lot of credit card debt. and so on and so forth. It's really important to talk to a mortgage officer to take a look at all that, because believe it or not, even though you may be carrying some debt, you might not be as bad as you think you are when it comes to securing a mortgage, because there are so many different programs that are out there. Now, if your credit is not good, you have a very low credit score, talking to a mortgage officer or talking to a bank officer may give you some creative ideas or some ideas on what to do in order to get your credit score up. You know, if you're carrying a lot of debt, a lot of times the decision you're trying to make is, what debts do I pay off first? Which ones do I pay over time? You know, which ones can I consolidate? There's a lot of different decisions to make, and all those decisions are going to affect your credit score. So it's well worth your time to talk to a mortgage officer. On the flip side, it's well worth your time to talk to a realtor. Now, realtors have their hands, or their thumb, you might say, on the pulse of the market. And a lot of times their job is to help you make the decision, or feel comfortable in making the decision and moving forward and buying a house, by getting all the information that you need together in order to make that decision. There are a lot of opportunities out there. There are a lot of houses that have possibilities that are in the lower price range that you might be able to get yourself into and fix up over time. Either way, buying a house is much better for you financially, believe it or not, than renting. It's a much better situation for you because you're going to build up equity. And it does give you the stability that you might be looking for when it comes to having a home. Let's look at this presentation on buying, and I'll be back to talk to the sellers. I've talked to many sellers. I've had people come in and see me here at the real estate office. I've been out to people's homes to talk about the potential of putting their house on the market. I've talked to people in grocery stores or wherever I happen to be, talking about the market in general. And one of the things that I've taught here on the real estate show and commented on a lot is the time of year. When is the time of year to best put your home on the market? Because a lot of people will procrastinate. Right now, as I'm filming this show, we're towards the late end of October going into November. So we've got a lot of the holidays coming up. The weather's getting colder, the days are getting shorter. And a lot of folks who may be looking to put their house on the market are making decisions like, well, let's wait till next spring and see what the market does. Or the old adage, people don't look at homes or buy homes in the winter, so let's wait until the warmer weather comes. Or we need to do a bunch of repairs on our house. We need to do this. We need to do that, whatever it might be, before we're prepared to put the home on the market. It's a big decision, that's true, but you have to decide whether or not waiting is the proper thing for you to do. By waiting, you may miss opportunities. As housing prices are going up and interest rates have gone down, there's a lot of buyers out there that are looking to buy homes. Unfortunately, there's a lot of sellers or potential sellers out there that are waiting to put their houses on the market. They're losing opportunities to potentially find that buyer who's going to make the offer that they can accept and get their home sold. I put together this little presentation for the sellers, and let's take a look. What are you waiting for? That's a huge question when it comes to real estate. Whether you're on the buying side or whether you're on the selling side, it's a big decision. When do you make your move? Why are you waiting? What is in your way in order to move forward to either purchasing the home that you'd like to purchase or sell the home you're in to either scale up or scale down? You need to sit back and look at those reasons as to why you're waiting and to see if any of those reasons are really holding you back, or are they just make-believe concerns because you're waiting for the grass to get greener on the other side of the fence or something along those lines. Talking to different individuals in the real estate industry helps you assemble the information that you need to figure out if you're waiting too long. Talk to the mortgage officer to see if your finances are in line. Talk to the realtor to talk about what's out there on the market that might be affordable for you to get into now. I've talked to many people over the years, and those folks that purchased the home 5 years ago, well, they were waiting to purchase a home, and they're glad they did purchase 5 years ago. Same thing with those folks who sold a home 5 years ago. Waiting, as I said, sometimes causes missed opportunities. Now, there's an old saying, strike when the iron is hot. And that means if the market is hot, that's when you make your move. Well, maybe not necessarily. The best thing to do whenever you're thinking about something is to talk to as many professionals as you possibly can to assemble the information to help you make a decision that is the right decision for you. Is waiting a good thing? Maybe not. Is this your time to buy a home? Is it your time to sell your home? Again, you need to have all the information that you can in order to make that decision. I was going through the internet the other day and I was searching about the whole concept of waiting and what waiting is. And I came across a site that had a whole bunch of quotes and sayings concerning the idea of waiting. I thought I'd share that with you. Well, that presentation was kind of fun. Did you see some of those quotes that were in there on the idea of waiting? There were a couple that were in there that are my favorites, and I just kind of want to repeat them. One of the very first ones that showed in that presentation, and I quote, is, "All things come to him who waits, provided he knows what he's waiting for." And of course, that is what I've been talking about. When you are waiting for something, you need to be informed. You need to have all the information in front of you to figure out if your reasons for waiting are justified or if they're just excuses, they're hesitations, they're procrastination. There's a lot of times when we wait for something and it's unnecessary wasted time. We lose opportunities. One of the other quotes that's in there that I thought was very interesting is a saying that I believe it was said by Carlos Ruiz-Zafón. He said that waiting is the rust of the soul. That's pretty heavy if you think about it for a while. But again, we all seem to have a natural need to wait, to hesitate before we act upon something. When it comes to buying or selling a home, is waiting going to be the right thing for you to do? Or are you going to miss that opportunity? Did you go out looking at homes because you've got all your other things in line and you waited to make the offer and someone else came in and made an offer on the home and you lost that opportunity? Were you going to put your home on the market and you decided to wait to see what's happening with the marketplace, and then the neighbor next door puts their home on the market and sells it right away, and you've lost the opportunity for that buyer that was in your neighborhood looking to purchase a home? They could have purchased yours, but you waited. Some of the other quotes that are in here that I wanted to share that were in that presentation that I thought were quite interesting is this one here. Don't wait. Start on your dreams, your impulses, your longings, your special occasions today, because this is your moment. Now, is it your moment to sell your home? Is it your moment to buy a house? Well, as I've said several times during the course of this show, you need to talk to the experts that are out there. You have to assemble information. We can all be impulsive, but sometimes if we're impulsive, we regret the decision that we made. You need to be informed. One of the final quotes that I wanted to share with you is this thought. Waiting is a trap. There's always a reason to wait. The truth is, there are only two things in life: reasons and results. And reasons simply don't count. I'm sitting here at my desk in the Zone Realty office in Plainville, Connecticut, and I'm at that section of the show I call the Real Estate Mailbag. My opportunity to address questions that are sent here to the Real Estate Show, or basically just general questions or comments about the topic that I'm talking about. I'm asked all the time when I'm out and about in the public and someone approaches me is the market right for me to buy a house? Is the market right for me to sell my house? It's an interesting conversation because, see, the market, although it does play a little bit of a factor as to whether or not you should buy or sell, is not the only thing that you need to look at. You need to look at what your personal situation is. A lot of times you are hesitant to purchase a house because you're waiting for the situation to be perfect. Perfect's not going to happen, folks. You just need to go for it. Sometimes when you're looking to sell a house, you're waiting for the market conditions to be right to get the maximum amount of dollars. You may be waiting an awful long time. You need to talk to the professionals, both on the finance end and on the sales end, in order to assemble all the information so that you can make a decision that's right for you. My name is Rick Naples. This has been the Real Estate Show. I thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.